it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ace, and today we are checking out Sabaton's The Last Stand. So I want to do a little research on this before I checked out the song. I don't know if I should do it like that, or if I should do it the other way around, where I listen to the song first and then read up on it. But I wanted to at least try it this way, and we'll see how this works. Let me know if this is a good way to do it, or if I should just go in blind. So what I understand about this is about a war that happened in 1527. They call it the Sack of Rome. And it looks like it was a Habsburg army. I don't know who Habsburg is or what it is or necessarily, but it looks like this one specifically, this army consisted of the Holy Roman Empire, Spain, and Lutheran mercenaries under the command of the Constable of France. Which, okay, so this kind of confused me a little bit. Like, I know this is kind of getting into, like, olden days and stuff like that. But Rome is in Italy. It's the capital of Italy. And then you have the Roman Empire. And I guess they're separate. I'm not really sure. That part always kind of confused me a little bit. So maybe somebody can fill me in. My history knowledge, worldly history knowledge is kind of, it's not great, I'll be honest. But back to this. So the Habsburg army, they broke through to the Vatican. Kaspar Royst, hopefully I'm pronouncing that name right. It looks like he was the commander of the Pope's Swiss Guard. Him and the Swiss Guard, they protected the Pope, to give him a chance to escape. Royst died during this fight. The Swiss Guard kept fighting, and I think the Pope successfully escaped. And I think that's what this song covers. I'm sure there's obviously like way more about the whole story and everything like that, but I think pretty much this segment is what the song is about. So hopefully I got everything right. But I'm interested to check this out. This is, I believe, like a concert version of this song. The last time we did Sabaton, it was like an animated music video, and I thought it was really cool that like they drew their likeness of the band and everything like that. But I wanted to see the band, live and in person and things like that. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this version. So I say we go ahead and get to it. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's cool. It's free. Tells me I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction, all those good things. Don't forget to check the description of the video as well. There's a lot of cool things in there. All my socials are in there. You can go over there and say hi. Hello. If you're interested in supporting the channel and getting a priority request in, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link. The link to the video we're reacting to is also in there. And without further ado, Sabaton, The Last Stand. Here we go.
Of power is in danger. There's a foe of 1,000 souls. They've been abandoned by the Lord. The fall from grace will pave their path to damnation. Then the 189 in the service of heaven, they're protecting the holy line. It was 1527. Give their lives on the steps to heaven. Thy will be done. For the grace, for the might of our Lord, for the home of the holy, for the faith, for the way of the sword, give their lives so boldly. For the grace, for the might of our Lord, in the name of His glory, for the faith, for the way of the sword, come and tell the story again. On the guard of 42, along the secret avenue, the Stel Sant'Angelo is waiting. They're the gods of the Holy See. They're the gods of Christianity. The path through history is paved with salvation. They're the 189 in the service of heaven. They're protecting the holy line.
Wow. I mean, the instrumentation itself, it just feels like we're going to war. Like it's got this this commanding feel to it that just makes you want to march like off to war and everything like that. I think it's really cool how like all the lights are kind of orange and they kind of signify fire and everything like that. Even on the screen, the image, like it kind of gives a fiery look to it. And then there's parts on the screen itself where it shows like how they were dressed back then with like the armor and the spears and everything like that. And then when it shows the logo The Last Stand, it's like somebody in the army, like it has an army hat and everything like that. And then the band themselves, they're dressed like in camo and everything like that. And hopefully I don't butcher any names here, but the singer Joachim Broden, like he's got this bulletproof vest on and it's got like plates on it, which I guess kind of represent the kind of armor that they wore back in the 1500s. I'm not really sure if that's what it is, but that's what it looks like to me. And like everybody's like got camo on and everything. On the stage they have these like microphone stands that I don't know if it's the stand themselves or if it's more for decoration, but it looks like some kind of gun. And like you had the helmet as well on there, and I think that's on every single one of them, which I thought was like a really nice touch. And speaking of the singer, like his vocals, like he's like got this like really intense like strain on his throat while he's singing and everything, and I think it brings in the whole thing all together, and I think it's great. The instrumentation, I really like it. And with the lyrics, they're talking about there's a foe of 1,000 swords, so that's the army that's attacking the city. And then it talks about the 189, which is the Swiss Guard, and the fact that it's 1527. So yeah, it's covering everything so far. And then it mentions under a guard of 42. So I'm guessing some of the Swiss guards kind of broke off and went with the Pope. I'm guessing because they're talking about along a secret avenue. I'm guessing that there's like an underground path underneath the Vatican. At least that's kind of what I'm getting from the lyrics. I'm not really sure, but I feel like there's like tunnels underneath a bunch of cities in Europe. And like, because there's like the catacombs of Paris, and I'm sure there's like catacombs underneath Rome as well. I'm not really sure. I've never been outside the U.S., so I've never done any world travel. I would love to. It would be awesome, but maybe one day. But yeah, I'm loving the song. I'm loving the story that they're telling and everything like that. I said we go ahead and get back to it, so here we go. Wow. Yeah. I mean, this was awesome. They even like at the end during the last chorus, they went up an octave, which I thought was really cool. It was a nice touch and everything. So yeah, at the very beginning, like it was doing the bells and everything, and then it just went boom. I didn't mention this during the first part, but it scared the hell out of me. I was not expecting that. So the only thing I don't know about this story from the song is like I gather that the Pope got away, that they were able to save the Pope, and that I think the Swiss Guard kind of split into a couple of different groups, and some of them went with the Pope to make sure he got away. But I don't know if the Swiss Guard survived. It doesn't really mention that, I don't think. So that's the only thing I'm really unsure about. The other cool thing that I noticed, and I always like seeing shots like this, but they panned over to the audience and everything, and like it's a pretty big audience. So For those who are new here or don't know very much, like I love it when they pan over to the audience just like to see like their excitement. They're all singing along and everything like that. It's a fairly large audience too. It looks like a fairly large venue, so that's always cool to see. I always like seeing that. And yeah, like I enjoyed this one. I definitely would not mind checking out more Sabaton. If y'all have any suggestions or anything like that, definitely drop in the comments below. Would love to check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's cool. It's free. Tells me I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction, all those good things. Don't forget to check the description of the video as well. There's a lot of cool things in there. All my socials are in there. You can go over there and say hi. Hello. The release schedule always drop a couple of days early on the socials, so if you want a sneak peek as to what's coming out the following week, that's the best way to do that. If you're interested in getting a priority request in, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link. Each request is only $5 and it helps me out a bunch. The link to the video we're reacting to is also in there. If you made it to the end of the video, comment #Sabaton. I think that's it for this reaction. I'll check you on the next one. Bye, guys.